Now then, let's begin class. Today, I'm teaching the son of a distinguished family how to be a ruler. Tomorrow, it's bridal lessons for a daughter of nobles. Afterwards, it's military science for an aspiring knight. Many households are in need of my services as a home tutor. Now that the curse is running rampant, more households rely on home tutors than schools. I've lived my days traveling from house to house and town to town. Everywhere in this country is submerged underwater, so traveling is fraught with hardships. But as long as there are students who need me, nothing will stop me from going to them. That's because I'm a home tutor. There are students waiting for me. That's the only reason I need. Isn't that girl a witch? I've been hearing more of those rumors throughout town recently. The witch hunt was gaining momentum, but cursed creatures, thought to be the spawn of witches, have been appearing more, not less. Then, people began to whisper, as if releasing the frustrations caused by their fears and anxieties. She's a witch. That witch is evil. If only that witch wasn't here. It's a small town, so it was only a matter of time before rumors became truths. Then, girls who were targeted by these rumors would eventually be taken away by knights and executed as real witches. All while not even knowing who gave them away, or why. I loathe rumors. They're void of responsibility. It's unthinkable that someone would know anything about a person they've never spoken to. Has everyone forgotten something as simple as that? The other day, I heard of a girl who was rumored to be a witch. Her mother protected her, only to end up being targeted next. But even that's a rumor. It's said that there can be no smoke without fire, but this town had tiny sparks scattered all throughout. There didn't need to be any rhyme or reason. If the town just had a trigger, it would gladly let those sparks burst into flames. I refused to let this pass. I am a home tutor after all. It's an educator's duty to teach and guide. So as my students were held at the mercy of these rumors, I gave them a lesson. Please, bear this in mind and never let it go. What's important is, a blade isn't the only thing that can kill a person. A single glance can prove to be just as deadly. Sneering whispers and scornful eyes, that's all it takes to kill someone. A heart that has grown familiar with inflicting and feeling pain eventually forgets what pain even is. That's why you must all look with your own eyes and listen with your own ears before judging anyone else. This is what it means to learn and grow. You must ask questions, then think of ways to solve them. There are no questions that can't be solved. The answers you seek are certainly just hidden away. As I taught my students that lesson, I also spoke those words to myself. That's right. The answer to breaking these chains is also hidden away. It was then that a certain rumor spread. A rumor of a woman who lures children away before turning them into witches. A rumor spread about me being a witch. About me invoking a curse that turns children into witches. I know. I suspected this would happen. I just knew it would be my turn one day. After all, If this town had a trigger, it would gladly let its sparks burst into flames. It's just that no one knew what would become a spark. I was met with scornful eyes, sneering voices, and words that cut like a blade. One after another, they all pierced deep into my heart. Soon afterwards, I was reported to knights, who then came to arrest me. Behind them were the parents of my students, and among them, parents of children rumored to be witches. As they stood on the verge of tears, they said to me, "Give us back our children, you damn witch." I was at a loss for words. The pain they suffered from losing their children nearly broke my heart. I had no idea what to say, or what the correct answer was. I was tied by the knights and dragged throughout town. That woman steals children's futures away. Because of her, my child is... If only that woman never came to this town. I heard voices filled with grudges and resentment from all around me. Don't look at me like that. I wanted to scream, but I desperately held it in. I'll be executed at this rate. But that's okay, right? Because this will finally set me free. I don't need to see anything. I don't need to hear anything anymore. Finally, the time has come. At that moment, I heard someone shout. I raised my head to see a young man with a staff standing before me. And as I sat there dumbfounded, he held his hand out to me. "You need my power to protect the future?" Impossible. I couldn't even set one thing right in this town. How could I even... In that instant, I suddenly felt warm gazes beaming at me. It was my students. They were looking at me, their eyes trembling with feelings of guilt. I see. My lessons are safe and sound inside of them. Yes. What's important is the love we have for each other. I briefly gazed back at my students. Then I took his hand. The only way to break the chains of madness afflicting this town is to set it right from the ground up. Who are the attackers and who are the attacked? I'll unravel the answer to that question. Then one day, I need to teach them. Teach them about the great hero who saved the world.